Hey everybody, and welcome to Malt Muser Whiskey Reviews. I am Eric. Up on the bar for today, Knappogue Castle 14-year-old single malt Irish whiskey. As always, I'll give you a nose, taste, finish review of this whiskey, tell you a bit about the value, give you my final thoughts, final score, leave you with the malt musing. But first, if you are returning, thanks again, appreciate your support. If you're new to the channel, take a sec, smash that subscribe button. Make sure you don't miss my reviews, which come out every Friday, and also give you notifications for my Tuesday live happy hour, which streams every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern time. So the whiskey here, this is the last Friday review of March 2021. So I'm going to be wrapping up my Irish whiskey series here in March. The Knappogue Castle, this actually comes out of the Cooley Distillery in Ireland. And this whiskey in particular is bottled at 46% ABV. It is non-chill filtered, as it says right here on the bottle. And it is a single malt Irish whiskey, which is basically comprised of two malts, one that's been in next bourbon and one that's been in next sherry. So it is called the 14-year-old Twinwood. Little bit more about this distillery. This expression, there are a lot of Knappogue Castle releases out there. They have a 12-year-old, also a 16-year-old, and a lot with a bunch of different finishes. So this is something you can probably find relatively easily in your local liquor store. So they do say this is a limited release. However, it's not that difficult to get your hands on. So with that background, let's get this in the glass. As always, this is a triple distilled whiskey, like pretty much all Irish whiskeys are. And it does not mention whether this is natural color or not, so we're not quite sure, but you can take a look at it right there. It's kind of a nice, like gold, maybe darker gold. Okay. Let's get in on the nose here. It's an incredible nose. Sweet, orchard fruits, very inviting. There's a nice kind of biscuity breadness to it, something that's rather characteristic of Irish whiskeys, more so with the unmalted barley, but not in this case. You're still picking it up, however. Butterscotch. Yeah, it's sweet. It's got a little spice, and it's got a little citrus. Thinking like lemon drops. There's a nice kind of, I don't know, angel food cake quality to this, if that makes sense. Really, really nice on the nose. It's pretty light, very dessert-like. A hint of peach, too. All right, let's give it a taste. Cheers. Full body on the arrival. It's oily, sticky, very creamy. What's really showing up here as it develops is a lot of orange, kind of citrus orange, mandarin orange perhaps. There is a creme brulee kind of thing going on. Vanilla, toffee, caramel, all there. And it rides really nice into the latter half, which gives you a slight drying, maybe just a hint of pepper, dark coffee, dark cocoa note. Again, balanced really well with these other flavors. Goes into a really nice finish. There's a little bit of malted milk ball, orange, and it goes for quite a while. Yeah. It's medium on the body. Not as rich as I originally said. It's more medium on the body, but you get a nice powerful surge of flavor. There's some, again, that oak is there, everything else I mentioned, all playing really well. It's a great event. It goes into a nice finish, quality across the board here. I'm impressed. Let's do a little bit of water and see what else we can pull out of this Knappogue Castle Twinwood 14. Just a couple drops, as it is 46%. I'm gonna bring it down too much. Wow, almond. There's even like a floral note. It's like rose water. It's a little bit of the floral. Bready though. Again, shortbread cookie. It's like cake. Nice, creamy, buttery. Yep, and that citrus is still there. Well, it was kind of the creamy lemon before. It's more orange now, even on the nose. A lot of orange in this whiskey. Okay, another taste here. Just so soft, really soft on the arrival. But that belies a, considerable medium viscosity on this. There's a lot happening here, ton of complexity in terms of the fruit notes. There's so much popping off now with the addition of water, apple, strawberry, just all over the place. Again, though, it's got that nice kind of whipped topping, whipped cream thing going on. Maybe has a little bit of a cinnamon nutmeg thing as well, slightly. Again, though, get just a little bit of hit of that dark chocolate as it goes into a incredibly long finish. Same stuff, orange, maybe like white chocolate, cocoa, and slight coffee. Well, bottle of this Knappogue Castle 14 Twinwood, going to run you anywhere from around $55 to $60 here in the US in March of 2021. So in terms of how the value is going to influence the score on this, this is I think a high value. It is, as they mentioned, limited release, but I'm not exactly sure how limited that is. And it seems like something you can probably find relatively easily. So final thoughts here, Knappogue Castle 14. This is a great pour. This is a really good Irish whiskey. While the sherry notes are the traditional sherry notes, kind of the darker fruit, a little bit more tannic, the dried fruit, you don't pick up quite as much here. I think it does just enough to bring an extra layer of complexity to what is otherwise a more bourbon forward in terms of the flavor profile here. But it does add that complexity. It's bottled with integrity, with non-chill filtration, 46% ABV. Great price. While this doesn't give you that unmalted barley note quite as heavily as you get out of, say, something like a Green Spot, I think for the money, if you want to get yourself a good Irish whiskey, I think this is the go-to over something like Green Spot at that $55 to $60 price point. I would even say this rivals a Redbreast 12 in terms of its just overall quality. Really good stuff. I would also encourage folks, if they don't find the 14, check out the 12, or maybe spend a little bit more and get that 16-year-old. I believe the 12 comes in at even around like $45. So yeah, nothing but high praise for Knappogue Castle. This is a great release from Cooley. I'm looking forward to trying some other ones of these. And my final score here is going to reflect my excitement about this bottle. I am going to put this at a 4.25 out of 5, which means that I highly recommend that you pick yourself up a bottle of this. So generous score for, I think, a dark horse, fly under the radar, great Irish whiskey. All right, so 4.25 out of 5 for the Knappogue Castle 14 Twinwood. And I'm going to enjoy the rest of this dram. And I will send you on over to your malt musing, and I'll catch you next week here on Malt Muser Whiskey Reviews. Cheers, everybody.